I'm Ben Scheffer with East Coast Yacht Sales, and today I have the pleasure of showing you this unbelievable 2014 Maine Cat P44. Measuring 48 feet LOA, you'll see why once we go onto the aft deck and see that it is powered with twin Suzuki outboards. With low hours and just a beautiful fit and finish, I am so excited to show you this boat. Let's go check it out. Starting all the way on the aft deck, you can see powered by these twin Suzuki 175s. One on either pontoon, and in between you have this awesome dinghy storage. So you actually have a crane here as well as a fixed davit system, so really easy to go long distances. One of the really unique things about being powered by these Suzukis is the fact that this actually is, even though it's a gas boat, it cruises at about 10 knots and is still able to achieve about 2 nautical miles per gallon, which is extremely efficient for having a gas power plant. In addition, having these outboards makes it really easy to replace if you're ever in a situation where you need to do any sort of engine work or you use the boat long enough that it's time to swap out these outboards. Then moving forward, you can see it has faux teak all the way around the edges, which really just gives it this really nice accenting. It has this boarding door back here, and that's on either pontoon. And then just an incredibly spacious aft deck here. Right now I don't have the cushions out because it's extremely blustery and it looks like we're gonna get rain here shortly. It really highlights just how much space there is back here. You'll see in some of the photos that I've taken that are attached to the listing, there's a table that goes in here, nice seating ability. You can see some additional deck seats here, just for if you want to be facing aft. And then you have your aft deck control for both Suzuki engines, as well as your bow thruster. So incredibly easy to be docking, maneuvering from back here. You do also have a camera, so even if you're docking from inside the boat, you still have a really good 360-degree view of what is behind you as well as what's in front. Inside of these side lockers, you have propane storage as well as electric jack plate controls, and that is the same on both the port and the starboard side. So what that does is that allows you to raise and lower the outboards in terms of their mounting position, depending on what sort of sea state you're in. Tremendous storage underneath both of these lockers, but because this boat was originally designed to have inboards, these side lazarettes just are teeming with space. I mean, you have generator down here, you have a 150-gallon fuel tank, you have your diesel tank for your generator, and then I'm sure you can tell it's tough to see with the sunlight, but just expansive storage down here. So if you're going for a long passage, which is absolutely what this boat was designed for, no need to worry about where you're gonna store all of your gear. And that was the port side locker. Starboard side locker is the same, but just tremendous space down here. I mean, there is absolutely no way that you can fill up this storage, and that's not even including foredeck or interior storage. So you can tell paddleboards on the side. This boat is truly meant to go anywhere. Easy full walk around side decks. As soon as we step up on a side deck, you have your 4 solar panels. You have all of your Garmin stuff. You have, by stuff, I mean, you have your Garmin radar, as well as you have a TV antenna, you have your searchlight, and opening hatches. And walking up that side walkway just truly opens up how huge this foredeck is. I mean, tremendous space. Right now, I don't know if you can see this in the video, but there are just some thin lines just to keep the birds off, but it's unbelievable how much space is up here. So this would be a great hangout spot. You can put additional chairs up here. You have a washdown hose right here, so really easy to rinse off your anchor. You have controls for your windlass here, and then you have even more storage up here in both sides of these bow lockers. So right now you can see anchor chain in this one, fender storage, additional deck chairs, lines, and there's still plenty of space. If you open up the opposite side, it is very much the same, with just tons of storage space under here. as well as freshwater tankage. So needless to say, you will never run out of space on a boat like this, and you're not supposed to, because you're supposed to be taking this for extremely long and extended cruising. Sunshades are out right now on both of the forward-facing windscreens, so really keeps the heat reduction down. And then paddle boards on both sides, so you don't even have to take up any of your storage space if you are operating with paddle boards, kayaks, canoes, or the like. As you move inside, you can see right now they have just a screen with magnets. You have overhead compartments here on the port side, same with starboard side. You have easy access to your electrical panel. You have dual refrigerator and dual fridge, so 2 different compartments for each, and then way more storage than you could ever need in a galley. Really nice countertop cooking space, so you don't have to feel like you're on a boat when you're cooking in this galley, because there's just tremendous amounts of space back here. You have not only aft-facing opening portholes, but you also have overhead opening port lights, which again just helps tremendously with the ventilation on both sides. On this port side here, all the way aft, you start off with your Splendide washer dryer. And then, as we spoke about before, tons of storage space up here, tons more storage space down there. You have generator control over on this side, as well as the ability to see hours. So right now the generator is at 268 hours, which barely broke it in. As you move forward, it has a raised dining area, which is really nice, because as you're sitting up here, you just get such a good 360-degree view. So if someone's sitting in the captain's chair, you can still see what's going on. If everyone's hanging out on the aft deck, you're kind of isolated away from people, but you don't have to be. All 3 of these forward-facing windshields also open up, so you can see the toggles over here. So each one of those twists to unlock. It's got the hydraulic rams on either side, so you just push it open, locks into place. And then going back to this helm area, 2 nice large GPS map 7215 Garmin displays. So again, in terms of layout and visibility, you can see everything in front or behind you. That's one of the things that can be really intimidating for a lot of people with power cats, is kind of the inability to see on both sides when you're at the helm. This boat completely gets rid of any of that fear. So again, more storage here, storage underneath the captain and co-captain's helm seats, and underneath the dining area here. So as you can tell, the theme with this boat, take it anywhere and take all your stuff with you. Here on the starboard side, as we step down, you have the master stateroom. Again, just tremendous space down here. Really good lighting, although you can tell this is closed up right now. If we open that up, really completely changes this whole space. Again, no shortage of storage. You have 2 large lockers on either side. You have a hanging locker all the way up forward, and then you have all of these additional lockers right underneath the bed. And this is a huge bed. This is basically a king-size bed, so really easy to sleep. You have view outside, view up over your head. And then as we travel aft on this pontoon, you go into the master head. You have a mirror here, sink, additional storage underneath the sink, additional storage above the toilet, more light, and all of these portholes are opening, which is just so convenient. So this shower port light is open right now, which just creates such a nice draft in here. So you can just imagine showering in here, having a good view of the outside, small enough portholes so people aren't able to see inside, but really nice to be able to get that ventilation. No need for having a electric vent overhead, but you do have air conditioning throughout this boat. So if you want everything to be closed up, close it all up, turn on the AC, and you still have tons of ventilation. Here is one of your air conditioning units. So I'll actually just pop that open just so everyone can see. Again, easy access to that for maintenance or just checking on it, make sure that everything's running. And then we come out of that space and you're right back up in the helm station pilot house area. And I'm just going to show everyone a view again of that 360 degree. So nice and great airflow overhead, in front, in back, on the sides. Just tremendous, tremendous use of space. Really well thought out. As we move down into that portside pontoon, you have your guest head, which is both shower and sink and toilet, as well as ample storage. Another porthole in the shower, porthole off to the side. All of these are Bomar hatches as well, which if you know boats, you know Bomar hatches are kind of the go-to in terms of water tightness. And then up here, you have your guest stateroom. Slightly smaller bed, but that's only because it's angled sideways. But you still have opening port light overhead. You have 2 opening portholes on either side. Another hanging locker, more storage, and additional storage under the bed. Tons and tons of storage space on this boat. You have another air conditioning handler right in this compartment, as well as storage underneath. Walking back up, then you're right back to that helm area. It is just expansive, yet doesn't feel too large or too difficult to handle as a solo adventurer. But that is the Maine Cat P44. Again, just unbelievable use of space. Such a fun boat. There's so much on this boat to explore, as well as so much on this boat that lends itself to being able to explore long distances or just coastal cruising. With that 2 nautical miles per gallon with 2 150-gallon gas tanks, you have 600 nautical miles of cruising on this in an incredibly efficient pace, as well as an incredibly seaworthy boat. If you have any further questions, my information will be in the description below, as well as a link to the listing on this boat. I'm Ben Scheffer with East Coast Yacht Sales, and I hope you enjoyed this video.